Hi, I'm Chuck, and welcome to my Street Muscle Diaries 2022. And of course, I'll probably be sharing this well into 2023. But so out doing some runs today. Went out for a burn and just sharing some footage, and just gonna go over the specs of my 2021 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack with the 8-speed torque flight automatic transmission. If you can say that all in one sentence, you're good. So this is the stock engine that comes with the Scat Pack. It's a 392 big block. You can see the orange block in there. I guess you can barely see it with the valve cover and the heads. So what I was talking about before on air cleaners, air intake, this is the stock air box. I like the enclosed air box better than the cold air intake because the filter stays cleaner longer. You don't have to clean it as often. It's not catching all the bugs. I could put a Hellcat air box in this. Oh, there's a little cap that you can pop off inside here. I don't know how well you can see that, but inside here, these are both capped. Where on my shaker, this was open because it fed into the shaker box. But I guess I don't know. I just like the way this one performs. No point in spending $350. Well, I know it would probably give me, any of those systems, Air Raid or K&N, would give me a 10 horsepower gain roundabouts on the dyno. But again, I'm not really that obsessed. I prefer to just put a K&N in the stock air intake box. That seems to work fine for me. Whatever works for you on your muscle car. I guess I'm being a little bit obsessive. I'm gonna wipe down the engine a little bit. Get a little road dirt. And yes, I carry rags with me, microfiber. I got my kid's travel bag too in there. When she goes with me a lot. And so I'll just continue talking while I'm doing this. I know it's a little bit OCD, I guess. I am obsessive about keeping everything clean on my car anyways, not so much in my house. So I just run everything bone stock. This is a 392. It's a 6.4 liter big block Hemi V8 and low miles. It's thing's practically brand new, barely broken in. So I'm having a lot of fun with it this season. This is an SRT product, as you can see, the same division of Dodge that designs and builds the Hellcats. And so this is Ribcracker's power plant. You can see that there's front and rear stabilizer bars that you can basically let's make sure all my caps are tight and everything. You can change those out to a performance stabilizer bar system. It's quite the process. You got to have a lift and everything. It's better to just pay a technician to do it if you don't have the ability or the facility, which kind of rhymes. Basically what that does is it's adjustable to stiffer or medium stiffness on your ride handling, and you can put lowering springs in it, which, again, I'm not that obsessed about it. It handles great and with all the different modes, and that the Uconnect pages, the performance pages, set up for you, and different, handling and acceleration characteristics. It's a Bilstein performance suspension, so just like what was in my shaker. So basically the dampers tighten up as you go across your array and go from auto to custom, which you can create your own ride, handling, and steering characteristics yourself. You can customize it. Or you go into sport mode, which is kind of self-explanatory. Everything, the throttle opens up, the suspension stiffens up a little bit, and steering. And then you go into full track mode, which is the most aggressive mode you're going to get in this car, without modifications. And believe me, it is nasty. The shifting matrix is hard, and acceleration, the exhaust is a little bit louder. It's very aggressive. I don't see where you'd really need to do much to it, honestly. The shaker, I was constantly thinking about mods because it was only a 5.7, which the 5.7 is a great engine, but for the Challenger, it's not quite enough power to push this big heavy body. This is plenty of power to push this big heavy body. This is 485 horsepower, 475 pound-feet of torque. The stated numbers, of course, on the dyno, it's a little more, but, I'm not going to get into that specific. That's what it's stated, so that's what I state. So, 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, quarter miles, 12 seconds, eighth mile, I think, is 7.8 you can get with this, somewhere in that area. So you can run in the high 7s or low 8s, depending on your tires and your driving skills and what type of transmission you have. Now, these torque flight transmissions are insanely fast, and it's the same one they use on $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 exotic and sports cars alike. Same exact transmission, 8-speed torque flight, on like the high-end Mercedes. I think Rolls-Royce might even use. There's a few different brands. Don't quote me on that. I'm not going to go and research it, but I'm pretty sure that same transmission is used on several high-end sports car and luxury car type cars out there. So the transmission made it to this monster freaking big block Hemi is just nasty. You don't really need to do anything to it. Honestly, it comes with plenty of power. It'll beat a Camaro SS. It'll beat a Mustang GT350 right off the line on a quarter mile. They do it all the time with these, with just a stock 392. This thing will beat a lot of cars just as stock. You don't even do anything to it. Now, there's guys out there who do mod these just like anything else. They're into modding, and you don't really need to mod them, but you could do a drag pack, and you could do a cam. You could do you could switch to E85 system, which I don't recommend that. Good luck finding gas in the Northeast for an E85 system. You could put a Pro Charger in it, add 200 horsepower, then you'd be at Hellcat power. Yes, you could do all those things, but again, not necessary for street performance. I just do street muscle, so don't really need to. I don't really need to do anything. This thing goes faster than I even need it to go. It's ridiculous, and I love it. But be careful. You can get killed in these things, and they're a cop magnet. It can get you thrown in jail. So just use your own discretion if you own a muscle car or any type of performance vehicle like a Jeep Trackhawk, a Rubicon 392, Ram TRX, Ford Raptor, Ford Mustang GT350 or 500, Camaro SS, ZL1, ZL1LE, or any muscle car or sports car. Just be careful and use your own discretion. Build up your skills and work on them out on the street and on the track if you so desire. But if you run track, I'm just telling you, you need to get street drag radials, not street radials. You got to have Nittos. These ones here, I'll just take you down here real quick because the video is almost over with, but you can see these here. I don't know how well you can see them, but those are the 6-piston up front. They came with the Dynamics package. Brembos, they're one of the top in the industry. Those and Will Woods and all the performance guys use these. and it comes with a Dynamics package. These are the Pirellis. These are street radials, and they are not as good as drag radials for stickiness. So, you know, you've got to really use your discretion. If you're going to take it on the track, you got to get drag radials. You have to get drag radials. You don't have to, but I'm just telling you, you're going to shave probably 5/10 off from your ET. 4 to 5/10 easy, with just by using different tires, the right tires, and putting a drag pack on, which means seat delete. You know, you want an all seat delete except driver's seat. You could even switch the driver's seat to a lightweight racing seat if you wanted to. If you're that obsessed, you could knock out, you know, a couple 100 pounds out of this vehicle, and you would be vicious. Look at Scavenger 1320 on YouTube, and he is